those are too big. Those won't work. Those are plasticky things. That's hinge drawer. ABS pipe. Oh, there's some water pumps. Can I do it in plastic? I wonder if I can do it in plastic. That's a bucket of seat belts. Think. Where would you put it? You know that moment when you think to yourself, do I need to keep this thing? And you're like, yeah, I'm gonna put this thing in a safe spot and maybe be able to use it. Well, I have pretty much emptied out my safe spots, and I've figured, you know what, you gotta save these things, right? So this is something that will be useful. So I've got everything broken down to, you know, this is a chrome bin. So like well, there's a piece of brass there. This is the chrome bin. It's got everything to do with the chrome, fixtures, tailpieces, tub spouts. So we got TNPs, which is temperature and pressure gauges. There's shark bite, hot water tank adapters. There's, you know, pipes. This is just a good deal. It was $8. I just bought it just for fun. It's a washing machine hookup with a braided hose on it. This is mostly hardware. That drawer's seen better days. Why is it stuck for? That doesn't, okay, there we go. Doesn't seem to be any water stuff in there. But if you want to put a hook or a handle in, like these are all just spare hardware, pulleys and latch gates and stuff like that. You got some reducing pulleys. Lonely light bulb. Old tub spouts that you don't really, they're not quite dead. When the government is giving away water savers, hey, grab those. Or like, you know, little tappy thing, you know. Everything's in here. What is it? Flange extension kit. There's an old wax. That's not an old wax gasket. I throw those out. Yeah, so wax gaskets, tub fillers, a piece of plastic shower heads. Anyway, what was I looking for? I got sidetracked. Anyways, I was looking for a top of the hot water tank, because the idea is to put a 3/4 takeoff of the hot water tank. I reduced it to 1/2 inch because I thought I was just going to go 1/2 inch, so I got to go 3/4 now. So I may have to use this bad boy, which is a top of a hot water tank adapter, but it's shark bite. I don't really like to use those, but there's a pile of old cords. Save those. Those are good. We'll organize it as we go. ABS bin. If you don't know what those are cheater vents. I bought a bunch of those because, well, you don't find them for $1 very often. Stashed some plumbing stuff in here. I had a different project that I never got to, but there was valves in there. Oh, there's those. Oh, that was close. That's not the right one. Pork sandwiches? I don't need those. Light bulb bin? No, there's not gonna be anything in the light bulb bin, but does anybody else have a light bulb bin? I've got a couple. That might be the key. And I have 2. Well, good morning, guys. Today we're gonna fix everything that's wrong with the world. Well, here's one good thing about having a wood stove in your cabin when you're working outside, is because you can come out and kind of warm up. I've got the fires that are just rocking. I just dampened it down. I'm gonna melt some wood because it's all just in snowballs. I should have probably put some in. Sort of, I need a pantry. I need a rodent-proof pantry. It's definitely something. Maybe I should make it out of garage door panels. But anyways, enough of that. I'm gonna enjoy my coffee, eat my the rest of my. I don't think I can eat all this, but I'm gonna eat some of this. You guys don't want me chewing in your ear, so yeah, let's get back to doing stuff. Well, we're down here at our fish pond, and well, I think feeding the fish is officially over. We don't have to feed the fish anymore, and the reason being is because the water temperatures dropped really, really low. And as it turns out, I've been informed by some of you guys that feeding the fish at a certain temperature basically makes the food go in their stomach and just sit there. They don't digest it very quickly because the water temperature is really low, and I imagine that water temperature is very, very, very low because there's mostly ice on here. Our aeration system from Condors is still rocking. The plan on this guy is to basically
wait for a patch of really cold weather. Now we got like -10 right now, which you know, if we just left it, but the thing is it's not going to be prolonged cold, so I don't really want to, you know, just let it freeze over, because last year we let it freeze over. We had about 30 or 40 fish in there, and they weathered the storm. We had it frozen like solid for about a month, and no problem. I guess because it is a closed system, there's no real other way for oxygen to get in there. We don't really want to close it up too quickly, so that's what we're doing. We're just gonna let that the aeration system run for a little while longer, and just kind of wait. We're gonna wait it out in order to skate on the pond. Winter caught here so quickly, I didn't actually get a chance to take the dock out. I'm not sure how that's going to fare. It's pretty much frozen in place now, so yeah, that's future Kevin problems. Anyway, so let's get started. We're gonna wrap up the in-floor system. I got some plans on how to get that thing fixed, and yeah, so we'll get that rocking. But hopefully the weather kind of holds out for us, and we get some stuff done. All right, maybe, you know what I'll do? I'll show you what's here now, and I'm gonna show you what I'm gonna do, and then I'll show you it after, because it's too darn cold to kind of like video this whole process. So maybe I'll do a time lapse. Anyways, so here we've got one line coming in. So at the end of the day, we're gonna have two lines coming in and a little bit of a manifold. So I gotta change this to 3/4 inch pipe. So I have 3/4 inch coming up, still a sediment tap, which is gonna be my fill line. And then I'm gonna have this thing, that thing, and everything tied in all nicey nice. That's the plan. And then the same on the other side, because you have to have a feed and a return line. Should be easy enough. All right, I'm gonna set you guys over there. You guys can watch this whole process quickly. All right, well, it's that time of year again. Usually I do a dedicated video on making some sort of a Christmas present for you know, friends and family. And well, this year's gonna be a little different, because as it turns out, the last 3 or 4 years I've made those videos, nobody watches them. I guess somebody watches them, but nobody really, like, it doesn't warrant an entire video. So I'm probably just gonna show just the highlights of this bad boy. We got actually Grant here. Grant's, what are you doing there, Grant?
Making Christmas presents for work people.
He's also making Christmas presents for work people. So he's got actually a piece of butternut on the saw. If you guys don't know, Grant's actually a carpenter. You were a carpenter in your former life?
Yes, yes.
He's like a rough frame carpenter, but he also makes really nice furniture or something.
Stuff. Knickknacks.
Knickknacks and
foo-foo stuff.
Doohickeys and thingamabobs. So like he's very precise. He likes playing with stuff to the minutia of what woodworking requires. I don't have that sort of patience for that sort of, you know, detail. I'm more of a you know what, that's a good, you know, functioning. I'm a functioning woodworker. A functional woodworker. Grant's fighting with my saw. So the problem with that saw was that it wasn't cutting perfectly square, and I was like, that's good enough for me. A little off. So he's trying to fix it. Anyways, Grant just showed me that there's a handle underneath to adjust the depth. I just let it sit there last time when you used it. I didn't.
Well, yeah, but before we were doing like rough saw and stuff, that was softwood, so you want to take an aggressive or more aggressive cut. I
think butternut's pretty soft.
This is soft, but we want to do the finishing cut.
Right. Okay. Cool. So we got a lot of projects going on. It's that time of year. It's busy season. So we're kind of like juggling between the cabin and making stuff, you know, for friends and family. So I've got some, I think I'm making some charcuterie boards, because those things went really well. I've had wood that's been drying for years. This is some oak that I've got drying for years. I also got some butternut, and I was making some stuff for an insulation company, Futures Insulation. They're a great spray foam company in Southern Ontario. I've been making those like signs and stuff like that, like that. You see that? That's on the laser. So we're gonna have rocking that thing up, and like, you guys know this face. You guys know that face? That's well, that's the Wooded Beardsman. You can put your coffee on them, or your beer or whatever. I've been making those things. So yeah, those are the kinds of things that, you know, snow days. Warren, what did you get it working, Grant?
Oh, I'm waiting.
Oh, you're waiting until it's done. You can go ahead. I don't stop talking ever. Okay. We're making this thing. We're making things happen. All right, well, my plan today is actually to grab a log before I start doing a little bit too much. Oh, look at the sun. The sun is out. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, so it's the plan is to actually take the tractor and go grab a log, and it's in the back 40, and I was waiting for everything to freeze, and I was hoping there wasn't going to be that much snow, and it turns out there's a whole pile of snow, and now I got to go get it, so maybe it'll work out in my favor. My key's frozen. Oh, there it goes. We're going to give this thing a little bit of time to warm up. The old spark plug's going to be... Oh, it worked. My key's frozen. And then we're going to grab a log. I got to grab a trailer, grab a log, and yeah, let that warm up.
Somebody was asking about the A-frame the other day. Still kicking, just as beautiful as ever. I'd open the door, but I don't want snow in there right now. You can kind of see inside. It's dark with the snow on the roof. All right, we got the trailer back. We can kind of see the log. It's over there. You can kind of see Chris's tree stand. It's over there as well. It's going. It's going. Going. We're in the field. We got permission. We got permission, Grant.
Awesome.
It was exciting. That was a cold drive.
It was.
It was very windy. So the plan, Chris thought we couldn't get to it, but I'm gonna drive right to it and pick it up, because that sounds like a plan. Because we're not gonna drag this thing by ourselves, are we?
No.
We're just gonna.
You know what I was thinking? So when I was at Bass Pro the other day, they had this it was like a Pelican sled.
Yeah, yeah.
And I was thinking of cutting the back of it, making like a giant, sort of like a
log skid.
A log skid. But then I was thinking like, it'd be a shame to cut those things apart to make that. So I was thinking like when the snow is a little deeper, I was thinking like a car hood, like from a Studebaker. I don't know if I can find a Studebaker hood, but that would be ideal. But something, I don't know, I think it'd be a shame to cut one of those Cabela's Bass Pro like Pelican cases off. Or Pelican, I'm thinking Pelican case, but it's a Pelican sled. I don't like a Pelican case.
You need like a rocket cone, cut it in half, and you can haul 2 rollers.
You know what would be kind of cool? What about like the front of like an expansion tank, one of those blue expansion tanks for well pumps? That would be really good. And then you feed your chain right through the middle of it. He's onto something. All right, that sounds like a plan. Why do we even have a trailer here? We should just go.
Just skid it.
Skid, yeah. Well, the idea is not behind skid. I don't want to skid it the length we went, but just getting it full of sand. You don't want it like, we're gonna mill this. This is all siding for the cabin.
Oh, okay.
So it was to see if we can get this thing out of here. I feel like I'm driving straight through that on the way back.
All right, Grant,
You're thinking of this thing as being, it's too big. It's big, isn't it?
Oh, it's huge.
That's what she said. It's a monster log. That's why I can't leave it. Like Chris was like, just cut it up firewood. I'm like, I can't. It's a beautiful log, and it's like perfectly straight too.
Like the small one weighs as much as your tractor, I think.
Well, this one, the small, the butt of the log. It's got to be like 24 inches across or something. Like look at
least.
Like look at the size of that guy. Like it's
more.
Yeah, it's a big.
It's a bow landing.
It's a big log. So I don't even know if we can pull that. Well, the other thing would be to hook up the winch. Like you'd fix the tractor to something, you winch it, move the tractor, winch it, But that might be, I don't know. I'm gonna see.
Because the ground's not like crazy frozen.
No, it's yeah, but it's also it's slick. It's got some snow on it. Ideally, the ground is more frozen, and there's just as much snow. Because there's like a perfect time when the ground is frozen. There's enough snow for it to slide.
Yeah. Well, enough snow.
We have enough snow. The ground's got to be a little colder. But like today, like it's gonna rain like in the next couple of days. It's like minus 12 today.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can get maybe I'll cut a chunk off of the big one and then.
You might be in the Goldilocks zone where the ground's soft enough and skiddy enough.
Yeah, soft enough to give you traction, but skiddy enough to give you slide. We need bigger equipment. All right, let's see if I can. I'm gonna not even attempt this one because I don't think it's gonna move. Like I even think with the log, like he was saying, maybe the log hauler to grab it, like
yeah.
but I still don't think that one might be like a big cylinder to stick it in and then slide it out. Because I think that would work, but you have to get it in the cylinder.
Cut in, you pull up, you hook the chain on, you turn away, it'll pull it out.
Like this.
Problems.
I hate this jig.
Well, we went and got the winch and hooked the winch up and have to run it, and battery's dead. Isn't that the par for the course? Look at ticky 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 ticky. So because I'm thinking what's happening, it's kind of downhill. It's hard to show it on camera, but there's no way I'm gonna be able to pull that thing with the tractor up the hill. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go charge some batteries, right, Grant?
Yeah.
There's no real way about it. I'll leave that here. It's getting late in the day anyways. It's almost coffee time. Yeah.
Really, what it comes down to it's yeah, you just gotta roll with the punches, right?
Yeah.
It's like life in hard mode. Wintertime. Everything, the tractor sat outside too long and the battery sat too long, and yeah. I can make excuses all day long. The log doesn't really need to come out today. I just like it out today. It'll come out today, or
Tomorrow.
tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day, we'll get it out. And then maybe I'll be fully prepared with the winch, with the thing. I should probably get a ramp and some chocks. Grab the excavator.
The log hauler.
The log hauler. Yeah, I'll reconvene now that we know how big it is. It should be really easy. Anyways, all right. Well, that's that. You ever seen this stuff? Mama Melas, s'mores. It's s'mores in a bucket. You're like, why can't you just use s'mores normally? Well, this is way more convenient. It's like a chip. It's like a graham cracker. It's got little marshmallows. It's got little white chocolate. I found it the other day at Bass Pro, Cabela's Bass Pro, when I was doing the old shopping spree, and I was like, this is delicious. It's like a whole bucket for, I don't know, what's it, like 550 grams for, is it $12 or something? It might have been cheaper than that. I don't know. You have to check it. This is like the stuff down the center aisle where they tempt you. They tempt you like, go grab that stuff. And I'm like, yeah. I don't want to touch it because my hands are gross, but I've been eating all the big convenient pieces are gone. They're like big chunks. Big chunks of graham cracker. I should just put milk in this thing and eat like a cereal. You know what? If you're at Cabela's Bass Pro, you should pick yourself something up. This is like highly recommended. This is going to be a regular staple if I can find a way to keep it at the cabin without mice eating it. Probably in a mason jar. I don't know, what's your solution for off-grid cabin storage food? Okay, you put it in the fridge, they're not going to get it. That's a given. But like your dry goods, like what's your solution to storing dry goods? I'm thinking mason jar, like a metal lid with a glass jar. I don't think they're gonna get in there. The other thing I thought was ammo containers, which I think is another good kind of solution because it's metal. But then I think of condensation. I don't know. I guess as long as it's if it's sealed, if it warms up slowly, I don't know. Just rattling around ideas. Okay, so we got a piece of butternut. Grant is well on his way of making his little gifts. He's making these little, what are they, name plaques?
Yeah.
Name plaques. He's got the bevel on them. They're actually pretty cool. He's gonna actually use the laser gun to engrave the name on them. That's his project. My project is just a board. But my planer is only 13 inches across, so what I have to do is actually get this a little bit smaller, and then that piece can be something else, but I'll have to hand do that one. So that's my plan on that. I don't know if you can see. You guys can see. Let's just cut this guy off. That's a different one. So that's the rough side. You guys can see the rough side? You can see how unpretty it is, and then just run it through the planer. And we've got this beautiful butternut piece of wood. Be very fancy. Oil it up, and then we got some charcuterie on it. Just that easy. Mother Nature's pretty wood. Captain's log! Stardate 1513.1. We are going to get this log today. I've got the winch. I got the winch cable. This is the Ericsson winch, and it's going to pull. I've got the batteries all charged up. We're going to hook the log up. If I could pull it out. Pull the winch cable out! Captain, we don't have the power! Oh, that's a good warm-up. Okay. Hey, oh, there we go. I don't have to go that far. Oh, come on. I gotta go a little further. Come on, winch. Come on. Come on. Oh, everything's cold. There we go. Captain's log. Oh, come on, log. Mr. Log. There you go. You better come out like nothing. You were a lot of work. Oh. Tractor sliding. Roll it into the ground. Do, 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 do. All right, well, that wasn't so bad. I got it. That's a big log. That's gonna make a lot of really nice stuff. Normally I would say let's just quit while we're ahead. But I think I'm gonna try to get the other bigger one. I'm not sure it's gonna fit on there, but if I get it to there, that's half the battle. But yeah, I'm gonna give it a whirl. Why not, right? Well, that's probably the biggest thing I have ever lifted with that tractor, and it didn't really want to. But you know what? It was so much easier with this winch. This is the Ericsson winch I got from Princess Auto. Nothing stopping it. 17,500 pounds, other than it pulls the tractor around like a rag doll. Anyways, so I got it. What was good about it is you could actually pull till you got stuck, and then you let the winch off. And what you would do is you would just kind of winch it as you went, and you could redirect it, kind of like, I guess that's how a skidder works. I've never actually watched how a skidder works, but I imagine that's how it works. You got the winch line in the cab, and you can let stuff go. But yeah, this thing's holding up really well. You can see this is the synthetic rope I upgraded to, which is a lot easier to pull out. Got some burdock on there. The picks. Anyways, but yeah, it worked awesome once the batteries are charged. But yeah, and I've got the double receiver back here, also, which I've modified. So I've got the normally what I do is I put the winch in the bottom position, so it's low to the ground. And yeah, I was thinking I have to move the winch, but I just moved it up, kind of out of the way, so now I can pull the trailer, or I guess the running gear, or whatever the thing is called. I've got this kind of strapped in so it won't go in, but I don't quite got it in. It's a little too big for the trailer, but you know what? It's on. And also I noticed as I did a little chamfer on the log, so it doesn't get stuck on anything, and it just kind of skidded over. That's the kind of the idea with the bell, so it doesn't dig in like this one. This one's dug in because it had the sharp edges on it. But live and learn. Got him. Just got to bring him back to the mill. That's like a cart just full of siding. It's not really siding, it's actually interior cladding because it's so nice. It's so beautiful.